All right, we're recording. We're in
How do I
progress.
look? I look okay. Wig on straight. Yeah. Oh wait, the wig is gone. Where's my
Uh
wig?
oh.
Okay, I'll do it without my wig. It's all right. Ah. Okay, who wants to start with Miracle on 34th Street? Harry, go.
Very good. All right, 1947 classic, starring Maureen O'Hara, John Payne, right, and Edmund Gwenn as Santa Claus,
Yep.
and Natalie Wood, a young Natalie Wood, and a cast of characters. Um, so yeah, this has been a classic watch for me nearly every year um, since I was a little kid. Sort of like on like It's a Wonderful Life. This has been a perennial watch for me. Always loved it, and one of the reasons why I love it is because my mother is. I wouldn't say she's in the movie, but she was there that Macy Day's parade with my
Awesome.
grandparents because they both lived in New York City at the time. And when we were watching it, she says, "Oh, I was there at that
Wow.
parade." So she said it was like, um, I guess they didn't have it for a couple of years because during the war, and that's what it says in like in the AMC um, backstory. Whoops, there goes my phone. But she remembers that they didn't have it because there was a shortage of. Well, there wasn't because they were in wartime. They didn't think there was enough. Well, not enough interest in it or something like that. She said.
Hmm.
Because we had a war going on, and it wouldn't be a great idea to have a Macy Day parade going on while we had men overseas. So that was her thinking on it. She was about 18 years old. Boy, everybody's calling me.
You're popular here.
Yeah, it always happens when I do these things. The last time it was my other daughter want me to fix something. So yeah, I love it. Evan Gwen was great as Santa Claus. I only remember him. I remember him in two other movies. Sylvia Scarlett with Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, and then The Trouble with Harry with Hitchcock. And then I found out that he played in a lot of Hitchcock movies, the early Hitchcock movies in England. So yeah, I love it. I love how they use the New York City. I always love films that were made in the city. And yeah, I don't. That's about it. About it. I love the cast of characters though in it. Porter Hall, um, and what's his name? One who played the judge.
Gene Lockhart.
Gene Lockhart. Yes,
Mhm.
I always liked him. He played in His Girl Friday as the mayor. Um, I always liked him. They're always familiar faces when you watch a lot of these older films. They're like family. They become because these cast
Yeah,
characters are of the movies.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love Maureen O'Hara. I was a little bit of her Irish accent come out, so that was nice to hear the little lilt.
Hmm.
Um, and I thought Natalie Wood was great in the film. Um, and I've actually forgotten that she was in this movie until I watched it again. And I was like, oh yeah, that is Natalie Wood. So yeah, that's my quick thoughts on it. I never
Okay.
speak well, but
You speak fine. Don't be silly. You did a good job. Yeah.
all right, Mikey.
Well, I haven't seen this for decades, and I can't say it's one of my favorite movies. Obviously, I didn't have a copy of it. I thought I did when I voted. I thought I had a copy of it stashed away someplace. Turned out I didn't, so I sent away from Movies Unlimited, and they got it to me in about a week. So I enjoyed it thoroughly, and to me, it's all about Natalie Wood. Even though in a way she's kind of a supporting character, but what amazed me most about her is what a mature little actress she was. She looked like she was 8 years old going on 16. I could see that older face when I looked at her. And she's just really good, really a good little actress. And one of the things I like about it, as you said, Harry, talking about the supporting characters and faces you recognized, William Frawley was in it.
Right, William Frawley, yeah,
Yeah.
from I Love Lucy.
Yeah, yeah. And he always looked the same. Even in older films, he always looked the same age. He never changed at all. And there was another face that I recognized. The woman who played Cleo, the maid, was played by an actress named Teresa Harris. And if you remember the old movie Babyface with Barbara Stanwyck, have you seen that, Harry? I think you have. And maybe Rick, you have as well. She was the co-star to Barbara Stanwyck in that film. And she also played Betty Davis's maid in Jezebel, and did a lot of really interesting things over the years. But of course, like most Black actors and actresses, there was just a limitation of what she could get. And she was always kind of relegated to playing maids, especially as she got older, which is really a shame, but it's always a pleasure to see her when she's in a film.
Wow. Yeah. That's it's a shame a lot of those Black actors and actresses, unless they stood out like Bill Bojangles Robinson or um, Sidney Poitier later on.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't get the recognition they, like you said. And if
Right.
they and then if they did play in movies like Step and Fetch It, they always, I don't know if you're familiar with Step and Fetch It, but
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
yeah, he was relegated to play the dumb, ignorant person in a lot of films, especially with, I believe, with Will Rogers. A lot of Will Rogers early films. So yeah, it's and Louise Beavers is another one too.
Oh yeah, sure. She was so good in Imitation of Life, and that was a co-starring role for her, and yet she never went beyond that. And Teresa Harris was so good in Babyface. That's such a great film. And she was sort of like on an equal footing with Barbara Stanwyck. So interesting.
Babyface, that's the one that has John Wayne in it, is it?
Yes, early John Wayne role. Yeah, non-Western role. Yeah,
Non-Western role, yeah.
good flick. Okay, Rick, go.
All right. For me, I've seen it before, but it's been a long time. And going into it, I saw the remake last year. So it was kind of just going in, just seeing differences and things like that. The standout scene for me and another actress, I'm not sure if either one of you spotted, was the first person that Edwin Gwynn meets as Santa, or not one of the first or second ones, with the Dutch girl. The mother in that was in Rear Window. She was the one that was helping Jimmy Stewart.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Thelma Ritter.
Yeah, she was there. She was the
Well, she wasn't the mother of the Dutch girl. She was the mother of another kid. But you're right, it's Thelma Ritter. Yeah,
she was in that, and I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
You're right.
Her first film.
Her and that the scene with the Dutch girl really touched me this time. Something about it. I mean, because like I grew up believing in Santa Claus and that that magic that Santa brought to you when you were a kid, and the ability to understand different languages. I thought that was really cool, and was able to speak to her with nothing and make this child happy. I mean, the cast was great. He won the Oscar for that, and so deservingly so. It was a really good role for him.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't. I must be a little rusty on some of my Academy knowledge. I didn't realize this was nominated for an Academy Award at 4 actually, and winning 3 of them.
Yeah, even nominated for Best Picture. That was something. Yeah.
So I mean, it's a really good movie to watch. Natalie Wood, you're right. Mike, did you watch that AMC Backstory?
I did. Yeah.
And it was neat seeing, like, they said that she was kind of like, she was filming 2 movies while filming this one.
Yeah. And different accents and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, different accents. I mean, what an amazing talent to be so young.
She was. Yeah.
I mean, it's a great movie, and after watching this year, this has really climbed up my list of favorite Christmas movies.
That's good. Yeah, it's a classic.
Well, Thelma Ritter can steal every scene and every film that she's in, and what a unique character. That voice, everything about her is just amazing. So what a pleasure to see her.
Yeah. Thelma Ritter, it always reminded me of Eve Arden in a way.
Yeah.
With the smart aleck remarks, but always funny, at least in some of her later films. That she was always good to see. She's one of those, when I see her name in a movie, I kind of light up because I know I'm going to get entertained really,
Oh, yeah. there will never be a second Eve Arden. It's not possible. No one else could do that, and no one else could do Thelma Ritter either. So there's only one of her. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There was another movie that I remember Edmund Gwenby. Talk, Mike. Edmund Gwen being in. I think he was in the movie Them. Wasn't he a scientist or something in the movie Them?
Was
about
he?
the giant ants? Wasn't that him? I'm pretty sure.
I believe so.
Well, I got the copy here. I could pull it right quick and check, see if he's on the back.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and see. Mhm. I know he was in one of those science fiction flicks. Maybe that wasn't it.
And I think he was one of the scientists.
Yeah, you're right. He is in this.
Yep.
Sure is.
With no beard, I think.
Yeah, with no beard. But that's really cool. I didn't realize that because I started looking up some of his work, and like Mike was saying, no, not Mike, like Harry was saying about the Hitchcock movies. He did 4 Hitchcock films. And Skin Game was one of them. Some of those early Hitchcocks I hadn't seen, but I definitely want to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just amazing. Like Hollywood during this time is so rich with so many great character actors that would pop up in so many movies, and it's just a smorgasbord of just talent that we will never have again.
Yeah, definitely not.
Now, Gene Lockhart, wasn't he also in the movie Going My Way? Wasn't he in that? He played the guy who was trying to break up the marriage between that young girl and his son. Wasn't that Gene Lockhart? That looks like the same face.
Porter Hall was. Porter Hall was in Going My Way because he played an atheist in the movie. Let me look up Gene Lockhart real quick.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of then. Yeah.
I think he played Bob Cratchit in A Christmas Carol in 38.
Yeah, and I'm not that familiar with that particular version. I think I've only seen it once. So
it's not bad. I watched it this year for the first time in many years.
Yeah.
Like the whole Lockhart family's in it.
Really? Even young June, huh?
Yeah, young June, his wife. I think they were husband and wife in the film, and then like June was a daughter of the Cratchit, so that was kind of a neat thing.
That's interesting. So are you saying that what is your number one Christmas movie? Is it Miracle on 34th Street?
It's really climbed up there. My favorite is A Christmas Carol. I'm a huge Christmas Carol fan.
1951.
I like 35. It also goes by Scrooge. It's something about that one really resonates with me.
Oh, I didn't know there was one from 1935.
There it is. I can pull that for you. Hold on.
Yeah, I never heard of that one.
Yeah, Gene Lockhart did play in Going My Way. He played Ted Haynes Sr.
Okay, that's the one I'm thinking of then. Yeah.
And Porter Hall was in that one as well. So
okay.
Seymour Hicks, Scrooge.
Seymour Hicks.
Yeah, very, very early one. It's just something about this one.
Seymour Butts.
I never heard of that version. That's totally new to me. Wow.
There's 2 different versions of it. The US got a shorter version, but there's a longer cut that's like 72 minutes, and the one we got was 60. And it does make a big difference when you watch the different versions, because I mean they cut a lot of stuff out. But I like Alistair Sim's version. Don't get me wrong, but I love the book. I collect all these Christmas Carol films because I like seeing how they tweak them.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's always neat just pinpointing those little things. And like the most famous line that Scrooge says about like they should be buried with a wreath of holly in their heart. He never says that in his version, because every Scrooge says it but him for some reason.
What was that line again? I didn't recognize it. What was it?
It should be boiled on their own pudding and buried with a stake of holly in their heart.
Oh, I don't remember that. Was that done in the 1951 version? I don't remember that line.
That's the one line that, they follow the book really close, but that one line's never mentioned.
That's why I don't remember it. Okay, Mike. Yeah, I did read the book once years ago, but I not. My memory's so bad; it's just ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh, it was when it was first printing, right?
Yeah, it was. Ancient of days. I am a vampire. It's true. Yeah, my dark room here. All the sun behind me is wondering I'm not melting, right? You know,
You're Max Shrek.
Max Shrek.
Max Shrek. We'll call you Max Shrek.
I'm not quite as skinny as Max Shrek. I kind of wish I were more skinny, but I'm not. So, yeah,
Burning cheese.
yeah. We should get Bob in here. We should get Bob of the North to do one of these with us. Bob's so good on camera. He's always funny.
I've been asking him, and I can't crack him.
Can't
I
crack.
He's like, no, that's okay, because I've invited him to the group, and he says I'm good. I mean, so it's gonna take. I think it's gonna take one of you gentlemen to kind of push that.
Yeah.
Tell him there's free weed. He might show up.
Free what? Oh, free weight. Oh, okay. Well, you know, he makes a lot. He makes a lot of videos on his own, so he's pretty busy. He does
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
Just like I was trying to get Ian today, and he said this one was just a little too late for him where he's at. But you know, that's
which is funny because he's done videos in the middle of the night. I miss watching his videos. He's a trip.
Yeah, he's something else.
I sent him a movie, The General. He had one of those cheap bargain bin video DVDs of The General, and I had a Kino version, 2-disc set, and because I upgraded to Blu-ray, so I mailed it to him over in Wales, and he took I wish he kept the video up, but he took the old DVD that he had and burned it outside. Lit on fire. No, he actually put it on the stove and then started setting it on fire. And he wound up taking it outside because it caught on fire. And it was the funniest thing ever watched.
So he has an all region player then, obviously, right? Okay, smart guy.
Well, some Kino movies are region free, so
well, they are. I guess I never noticed. Yeah, I need to stay away from the Kino website. I spend way too much money on Kino. Get big boxes of things, you know. It's like, and then I have this immediate backlog of stuff that I have to watch, so it's endlessly frustrating. But I spend way too much.
I will say, pound for pound, they're putting out great movies at the best price.
Oh, they are. Oh my God, they really do put out good stuff.
And
imagery.
Spent way too much money last year during quarantine when I was still working. Just to get that free shipping, I would, spend over $50.
Yeah.
And buy movies I don't need.
I know. Well, do we need any of this stuff? No, we probably don't.
We don't. But you know what? We do it because we like it. I mean, what else we got to do? I mean, it could be. There's worse habits we could have.
That's true.
Yeah.
I have all those habits too, but that's another video. So, just kidding.
Now,
so
as far as next goes, anybody?
Next month.
Oh, like I said, I've kind of worked out an idea for a different movie style every month, and what I was thinking was animation. What's everybody think about that?
Yeah, I'm not really crazy about animation. It's not one of my favorite genres, but
okay. Well,
yeah.
That's why I wanted to see how that would react. The other thing we could do, I could twist some things around if animation doesn't go over well. I mean, we could do foreign films. Yeah. Something like, I know Brian was really interested in that. I would love to dive into that world a little bit. I could move some other stuff around.
A beach party month would be nice. What do you think about that idea?
Yeah, Buster Keaton was in a couple of those. Yeah, I'll take that.
Buster Keaton beach party, beach blanket Buster. I like that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe at his age I can't remember which beach blanket bingo or pajama party. One of those he was in. He flipped up in the air and landed on his back, and he's like in his 70s, still doing stunts like that.
I don't remember him flipping up in the air. Really?
Yeah. I believe it was one of those beach blanket movies that I watched. It was in the 60s.
He was in a couple of them. And I know he was in How to Stuff a Wild Bikini. And I think he was in maybe one more, and I can't remember which one it was. So I get them all mixed up. They all run together for me. So
try to get the ones that he was in, because I have a small collection of Buster Keaton films. I got all his silents and his shorts, and I have all his MGM films, and then I have his shorts and stuff. But the later films, I have Lime. I don't have his later films, and
Mhm.
that's the blanket. I have it's a Mad World, but he's only in it
Yeah.
for like a minute or so.
Right.
So, but yeah, Beach
Would you
Blanket.
guys? Would you rather do comedy in January? Would that sound good?
Sure.
Yeah.
Always good for a laugh. I'm not a big fan of It's a Mad World, but I know I acknowledge it's a classic and has all these great people in it, but I just don't think it's funny. And it's way too long, and I just think it's overdone. But that's just me. Sorry.
I love the gathering of all the comedians. I mean, 'cause that was really amazing to pull off. But I mean, it is a long film. It's not something you're going to go back and watch over and over again, but it is kind of cool to see for that reason.
Yeah.
It used to be a 4-hour extravaganza on network TV. You turn on Sunday TV and it'd be on, and it's like, is it ever going to end? It was 4 hours.
Yeah. Is it really 4 hours long?
With commercials.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Wind up being commercial, maybe 3.5 hours, because it's what, 2.5 hour movie.
I don't know. Not sure.
But I remember watching Clint Eastwood's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly on a local station. They had commercials, and it was so long they broke it in 2 parts. So you watch part one day, and the next day you watch part 2, because they.
It's hard to believe we all grew up that way, where they showed movies, but they broke them up with commercials, and it seemed normal. I mean, I didn't feel like I was being deprived of anything. Now it would piss me off if I had to watch them like that. But
Well, Mike, since me and Harry have picked one, or is there another genre you'd want to do, and you can run with it for January?
Oh, okay. I didn't know you wanted to do it that way. I would go for comedy. That's a good idea. Through a
Just
lot of
come up with about 6 or 8 movies, post it in the group, and then we'll vote on it. And maybe the end of January, that last weekend, we'll do this again.
Okay.
Just whatever you want. Nothing's off limits. I mean, just pick 6 or 8 movies that you got, and then we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think since he's recording this now and we can show it to other guys, that may help bring them in.
Or scare them away.
Yeah.
Because we gone off topic again.
Of course. Well, that's part of the fun, though, kind of going in different directions and all that. But I was thinking about it. It's a mad world. Ethel Merman, a little bit of Ethel Merman goes a long way for me. I mean, I got really tired of her character with all the being that shouting harpy. It was a little bit much. Yeah. I think I may have liked it more if she had not been in it. But that's yeah.
Or Mickey Rooney for that. I mean, I like Mickey Rooney in the early days, but then it's later, I always find him annoying.
Yeah, he goes a long way too. Yeah, you're right. He was better as a. Go ahead, Harry.
I was going to say, if you ever seen Breakfast at Tiffany's, that was horrible.
That scene, yeah.
I hate that movie. Period.
Yeah.
I really hate that movie. Period. That's overrated. Except for the song Moon River, I don't really care about it. So. Yeah, cultural appropriation. That would not be allowed today, would it?
No.
way.
Hard to watch nowadays.
Yep. Well, what do you think about the old movies where they always had white actors playing Chinese actors and actresses like Myrna Loy and Louise Reiner and the Charlie Chan guys? As if they just didn't have. Why would they do that with Charlie Chan when they could have had an authentic Chinese actor and just do it right? That's very strange.
Oh, look, Ian's here.
Ian's here. Hey, man. Good to see you. Can't hear you.
He's alive.
I see your face.
Yeah.
He did.
And he's drinking.
Got a toast.
You're late.
I don't know what's going on.
Either do we.
We've been talking about you for a half an hour.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What ugly bunch.
I know we are an ugly bunch. What time is it over there, Ian?
8:40.
8:40?
Yeah.
You're about ready to go to bed then, aren't you?
20 till 9.
Oh,
Okay, so did you watch this movie, Ian? Hello, he's gone. We lost him.
Bruised or something.
No.
You didn't watch this? You,
Nope.
you don't like it? It's not one of your favorites?
Mm, mm,
Mm.
mm. Not as good as Commando.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Christmas films. Come on, man.
Just like Die Hard, my favorite Christmas movie, right?
Oh yeah, right. Oh boy. Ian, I miss your Friday videos. You need to bring
Why?
them back
Why do you miss them?
because I like hearing you talk about what you watched.
Yeah.
Even though I admit I don't get to them sometimes until the week after, but then I'm very slow. I waste a lot of time online.
be right back, guys. Hold on one second.
Well, Harry, it's just you and me now.
That's it. Don't get fresh.
Hands up, hands to myself. No. So are you looking forward to Christmas? I'm not. That's another video.
Looking for it to be over with. That's
Oh,
I'm not big on the commercialism of Christmas.
oh, okay. Well, that's about all there is commercialism. So
There you go. He has it.
oh, okay. Well, okay, you can watch it while we're all online here. We'll just watch you watch it. It's a good idea.
All right, crisis diverted.
You had a crisis?
Not really. My daughter couldn't find the scissors, so I had to go grab them for her. My wife's out
okay.
Christmas shopping, getting the last gift she needs for her sister. My daughter's playing in a room and making crafts and stuff.
Okay. Nice quiet Sunday afternoon, huh?
Yeah. Definitely a quiet Sunday afternoon.
Where do you live, Rick?
I'm in, it's known as Goulitsville, Tennessee. It's outside of Nashville,
Okay.
about 10 miles outside of Nashville. It's I live in a suburb that's in the country. I'm not near a lot of stuff, which is good. I'm guessing, but I can travel about 7-8 miles and get to like Walmarts and all the stuff I need.
Is that Rupert?
What is it?
I was like, Ian's got something up there. Is that Rupert or is that a reindeer? I can't tell.
It's my childhood kangaroo.
Oh,
Oh, you have a childhood kangaroo.
That is old, probably kangaroo. Yeah,
It's cute.
and he has a baby. Look, like me.
oh, you're the father?
Now, Harry, don't ask. That's a rude question, Harry.
Well, I'm a rude New Yorker, so hey.
Oh, okay. There we go. That's cheerful.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got to give us a ho, ho, ho like you used to do in your Christmas videos.
Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, that's cheerful. Let me tell you.
Needs to wear them Welsh traditional hats.
Is that what that is?
No, but he should wear one of those costumes for the authentic Welsh costumes.
Mm.
So, Mike, I was thinking about this. How about Monty Woolley if he got put as Santa Claus in the Miracle on 34th Street?
That's an interesting idea. I never would have thought of that. I'm not sure he could play such a nice, sweet, friendly guy though.
No,
He's too acerbic,
Yeah. So would it be a man who came to dinner? Would that be considered a Christmas movie?
Sort of. At least it has Christmas in the background, kind of. But that's a good movie. Betty Davis standing back and letting Monty Woolley take center stage. Very interesting.
Yeah, it would have been like a bad Santa of the 40s.
Yeah, yeah. That's another character can get on your nerves very quickly. He did that very well. Yeah, he was good.
I liked him in The Bishop's Wife, though.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
You know, I only watched that recently, and that was the only time I've ever seen it. So it didn't really stand out in my mind. I need to watch it again. It was a pretty good film.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
Loretta Young's great in it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, Ian recently watched a 70s version of Miracle on 34th Street, one I hadn't seen.
Bloody awful.
Was it? Who was in it? Anybody famous?
No,
Um,
it was shit.
Well,
Waste of my time.
tell us
Cheap.
how you really feel. Yeah.
It was cheap, and
Yeah.
nasty looking.
Okay.
Yeah, his beard looked awful. I mean, it's the worst costume Santa I've seen in a movie probably ever.
Who was in it?
No idea.
Nobody?
They very smallly glance over it in that backstory, and then the one scene you see, you're like, oh, this is bad. The 50s version, I know me and Harry have watched, and and it's like a Cliff Notes version of Miracle on 34th Street because it's like 49 minutes or 45 minutes, and it who was that? It was Thomas. It was from Stagecoach.
Thomas Mitchell.
Thomas Mitchell played Santa.
Oh, I've never seen that version. I've never seen any of the versions. So
Somebody get Brian the link. He's trying to get in, and it won't let me minimize my screen.
All right, I'll minimize and give it to him. Give me just a moment.
Won't let me minimize because it says I'm recording.
Okay, gotcha.
So Ian, are you looking forward to Christmas?
Going to your parents?
I'm staying home. I'm going to stay home and be quiet.
Is it your sister?
No, I don't think I'm going to go. I'm not in the Christmas spirit at all. So it's probably better if I stay home.
Ooh.
I know. I'm sorry. I get really. I am very much humbug in Christmas time.
So am I.
Yeah. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. Oh shit.
Like an old fart.
That's right.
Mike, how far out is your family?
Well, it'll be about a 4.5 hour drive, which, I mean, it's hard to say what the mileage is, but I live in central Illinois. She lives up in northern Indiana and Elkhart, Indiana. And I just, it's not so much that it's a long way to go. That's part of it, but I just don't like Christmas. I like to ignore it, like pretend it's not happening. So sorry, hate to be such a downer. Every year is different. I don't always feel this way, but I just can't automatically turn on the happiness and the cheer just because it rolls around to Christmas. I just I can't do it. Hey Brian, welcome.
Hey,
You're late. You're late, Brian.
yeah, I thought it was 5 p.m. Eastern.
3 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, I don't know. Because last month wasn't it 5 p.m. Eastern?
I believe so. Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was, but we tried to make it work for everybody's schedule. So we had Harry had asked to take his wife to work, so we made the change.
Okay. So what's next month? What's the time for next month?
Beach party. Oh, time?
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I don't know.
whatever.
What is it, Rick?
Yeah.
What is it, Rick?
Oh, Micah, you're running that one. What time works for you?
Oh, this time is perfectly fine with me.
Okay, so 3:00 Eastern time, and let's look at the last Sunday in January.
Okay, sounds good to me.
That's fine.
And then it looks like we're doing comedies.
No, Ian wants to do beach party. I saw his reaction, so we'll do beach party films. Sorry. I guess we should do that.
He wants to see Annette Funicello.
In or out of a bikini. Yeah. Shit.
Either that or Frankie Avalon. Oh, other one. I don't know.
In a bikini. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's it's Ian, right? Ian's right there.
That's
Yeah.
him.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Ian.
We're international now.
Yeah.
We are. We transcend borders. Okay, Brian, give us your best speech about Miracle on 34th Street.
Well, I think I saw it as a kid, and I sort of remembered it. I wasn't as into it as I was before because I don't really celebrate Christmas anymore. And I guess if I do watch Christmas movies these days, I guess maybe like Christmas horror movies, like I have Shudder, so Joe Bob Briggs show, he might show like a Christmas horror movie. So I'll watch like Christmas Evil or Black Christmas or Jack Frost, not the Michael Keaton one. This is like a serial killer snowman. So something like that maybe. I don't. Krampus was one I watched. I think it was last year, but that's sort of like a bad Santa Claus is the evil or something like that. I think it's based on like maybe it's Scandinavian folklore or whatever. But yeah, I don't really celebrate Christmas, but yeah, it was an okay film because she gets the house at the end. I sort of like how the Santa Claus, Kris Kringle, they don't like put it in your face that he's like magic and everything, but like they subtly kind of suggest he's Santa Claus. Oh, and I didn't know the little girl was Natalie Wood. Maybe I knew before and I forgot, but I was kind of amazed it was Natalie Wood. And then in the special features, I found out at the time she was shooting this movie, well, a few things. I found out that she was shooting, I think, at least 2 other movies at the same time. And then the other thing about her is, I guess she was pretty mature for her years. I think she knew the script real well. She knew her lines, and I think like the adults weren't as on par compared to her. So yeah, so I guess that's my feelings about it. Yeah, I don't know if this is my type of movie, but I watched it, so I guess that's my thoughts.
Okay, well, that brings up a question I'd like to ask everybody. If you grew up believing in Santa Claus and then you found out that it wasn't true, was there any trauma? Because I don't remember that in my life at all. I believed it, but there must have been some point where I just stopped thinking about it, and I didn't really care. It didn't bother me that, oh wow, they lied to me about Santa Claus. Was it traumatic for anybody when you found out that there wasn't a Santa Claus?
I remember finding a receipt for a video game that they got me for Christmas, and that's how I found out. And I was heartbroken, I gotta admit, but it all started coming together.
Okay.
But that definitely, I remember it was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And I found that receipt where my dad used to keep our lunch money in this china cabinet. We would go get it every morning for school. And I grabbed it and I saw a piece of paper and pulled it out, and there it was. And then Christmas Day, that reality came to be. Okay. And I told them about it, and then they explained, well, this is how it happens. Mm-hmm. And but regardless of that, we still like Santa is here for my little girl. So I've kept that going.
Okay.
Yeah, myself, I was young when I realized that there was no Santa Claus. My mother told me we went to a department store in New York, was called TSS, which is Times Square store, and they had a Santa Claus there. And I pulled his beard down and said, "You're not Santa Claus." And so I was never traumatized. Plus there was always presents under the tree before Christmas, and I knew Santa was supposed to bring him the night of Christmas Eve. So, but it never traumatized me. But now my daughter, she just realized there's no Santa Claus, but she's pretty cool with it. I never told her; she just figured it out on her own. So,
Mm,
so
okay. How about you, Ian? Did you believe in Santa Claus?
Yes.
Do you still believe in Santa Claus?
Yes.
Oh, well, don't tell
Yeah.
him, guys. Don't tell him.
Santa's alive and well.
He's on the roof right now.
And he lives in Canada.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. That's right. Wouldn't Bob make a great Santa Claus? Oh my God, he would.
Would.
Perfect.
Pot smoking. Pot smoking. I
He'd
would
be the
love
most
it.
beautiful Santa ever.
When he flies, he really flies, folks.
Oh, I love it. Like if I see movies with Santa Claus that are drunk in it, I love it. Like Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd, drunk Santa Claus was great. I laugh at that.
Oh, I don't
So
remember that movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
just
Brian,
Yeah. Oh, well, I was told by my 5th grade teacher, she told me there was no Santa Claus, and my mother wasn't too pleased with that.
uh-huh.
So I guess 5th, 6th grade, I found out, and maybe it was kind of a shock, but then it wore away, and then I'm basically indifferent now, basically. So
Yeah. I don't remember when I found out at all. So I was
do.
probably
I do.
18 or 19, something like that. You remember, Ian?
Yep.
How did that happen?
And I was in bed. I heard rustling. Looked out the bedroom door. Parents were wrapping presents. Thought, shit, you bastards. And that was it.
You lied to me. Oh.
Yeah.
I remember one year when my sister and I were still pretty little, and we shared the same room, and we could hear noise on the roof. And I don't know if that was just something coming out of our own heads, or if my dad was actually up there trying to fool us. But that was a magical night. We actually thought we heard Santa Claus on the roof. We were really little. I was 20.
I think my parents used to jingle some bells like when we were in
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah, my parents did too.
Okay, so Brian mentioned Christmas horror movies. I have never seen a Christmas horror movie, so
Really?
I'm not even sure.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I would want to, quite frankly.
Mike, don't you like some horror stuff? You know, Barbara Steele. And,
Oh yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
to do something like a Christmas Black Christmas thing, I've just never seen any. I don't think I'd be attracted to them.
I watched
But,
Black Christmas last week for the first time. So
The original 74 version?
yeah, it was on Vudu for free, and I was like, oh, I'll watch that. I'll give it a shot, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never hear the song Silent Night and look at it the same way again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. Come on, guys.
Well, no, just to kind of give you what it is, the song Silent Night is playing while the unseen person is going into a house. He's climbing into the roof. And it's just a very chilling moment. I mean, it's not a movie with a lot of gore, because I know you're not a big gore hound or anything like that. It's very subtle. It's like 74.
74.
Yeah, 74, I think. Yeah.
It's 74, and it has what's her name in it? Lois Lane.
Margot Kidder.
Margot.
Margot Kidder.
Yeah, Margot Kidder's in it. She's really good in it.
Yeah.
Who else is in it?
Oh, the woman from
Saxon.
Keir Delay.
Keir Delay. All right.
Yeah,
I remember hearing about that.
And
John Saxon.
what's her name? Oh, who? Harry. Harry.
John Saxon.
Oh, John Saxon's in it. I can't. Oh yeah, that's right. He's one of the cops. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman from Romeo and Juliet, Franco Zeffirelli's Olivia Hussey.
Olivia Hussey. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it too. It's a dormitory. It's what do you call that? A sorority house that these girls are being murdered in.
Wasn't there a movie called Silent Night, Bloody Night, or something like that?
Or Deadly Night?
Deadly
There are
Night?
both.
Silent Night, Deadly.
There is a Bloody Night and there is a Deadly Night.
Bloody, Deadly, yeah.
There's Silent Night, Deadly Night is about a boy who gets traumatized by a guy dressed in a Santa suit, and he doesn't want anything to do with Christmas because of what happened to his family, and it doesn't go well.
I think I've seen it.
So what is Krampus all about?
That's like a bad Santa Claus, like that. Like, I don't know.
It comes from the naughty kids.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, okay.
It's like if Jesus and Santa, then you'd have the devil and Krampus. So Krampus is sort of like the evil Santa Claus. Like, I enjoyed Krampus, so it was pretty good. I liked it.
Long ago too, didn't you? Like, was it Santa's Sleigh?
Oh, what is that, Rick?
It was like Ian just watched a Christmas horror film not too long ago. I don't think it was very good, but didn't you see Santa's Sleigh?
Oh yeah, Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Pretty awful.
Goldberg, the wrestler.
Yes.
I didn't know he
wrestler.
made. I didn't know he made movies.
I know. I wish I didn't know that either. Awful.
Pretty bad, huh?
Not one spear or one jackhammer in sight. Disappointing.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
There's one I think I've lost it twice. Christmas Evil, about he works at a toy factory. He goes like on a killing spree, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting that the character, the main character, is in reality Fiona Apple's dad. That, but he was like, I think he works at a toy factory. And he's, I think he takes toys to kids, but there's some ghastliness with it. He kills some people, and I'm not doing a very good job of describing it. I don't know.
It's more about mental illness than anything with that guy. He another traumatized guy that he just loves Christmas so much, and like he's even keeping naughty and nice books when he watches kids.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, he remember Rick. He kills
like one
maybe,
person.
huh?
I think he only kills like one person in the movie.
Yeah, like when they're coming out of a church, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's been a while. I
Yeah.
haven't. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it none of these are real like over the top. Or the Silent Night, Deadly Night would probably one, Mike, that you wouldn't want to watch because of from what I've heard, but you're not big into blood. I mean, but I think if you were gonna watch any Christmas horror movies, Black Christmas would probably be the best one to watch.
The original.
Yeah.
The original, definitely. Yeah, you got to be careful because there's two more of them. But
Well, they remade it
twice.
They remade it, really,
Mhm.
and they got progressively bloodier. I'll bet, right?
No,
Oh, don't be a baby,
third
Mike.
one, it's a
God.
yeah.
I don't like blood. Well, as a vampire,
Got
blood
blood
is
in
actually
you. Cut yourself.
food,
It'll
yeah,
gush
so
out.
that's
Gush,
true,
gush of blood. Buckets of it.
sounds cheerful. That's a
Look
good
like
movie.
Rambo
Bucket of
4.
Blood. Rambo.
Rambo.
4. How many
Jack
Ram-
Frost
how
is a good one. I bought Jack Frost. That's a killer snowman. I think that takes place during the holidays. I can't remember exactly. I think I didn't watch too long ago, but yeah, that's like a serial killer snowman. And I think it was the first appearance of Shannon Elizabeth in a movie.
Correct.
Yeah. So that I like that. It's kind of funny because it's over the top humor.
You like Jack Frost, but don't like Miracle on 34th Street. What's up with you? Killer
What does that say
Snowman.
about Brian?
Yeah, it tells you a lot.
Oh man. So
I
Brian,
don't
do you
know if I hate Miracle on
Criterion.
34th Street. It's just I don't know. It's just
You know why? Because it's a movie I picked, Brian.
yeah,
Uh-oh.
right.
If you
That's
notice,
it.
Brian
But-
don't like any movie I pick or watch.
No. I did vote for that one.
I'm
Um,
proud of
Yeah, Yeah, but I was curious about some of the other ones, like the Cary Grant, David Niven
Yeah.
one. But I thought most people would vote for Miracle on 34th Street. I thought it'd be more accessible for most people, so that's why I chose it.
Yeah. I put Jingle All the Way for Ian because
Put
he's
that
a
cookie
sword.
down.
Yeah.
I actually saw that one, and I haven't seen that many Arnold movies in my life, but I did go see that one. It was pretty funny. I like that
Yeah.
movie.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I mean,
Yeah.
I watched it recently. It holds up fairly well. And I was reading up on it, and he said that he really liked making it because that similar things have happened to him about last minute Christmas shopping. And that's why he really wanted to make that.
Yeah. Isn't that's the one that has Robert Conrad as a cop? Doesn't Robert Conrad show up as a cop in that one? Am
I
I
think
thinking
that
of? Yeah.
Who's Robert Conrad?
Robert Conrad was an actor. He played in the Wild Wild West.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Bob
it's
Bob Black Sheep.
Yeah. Hawaiian Eye. That goes back a long way though.
maybe I've
Yep.
heard of him.
Robert Conrad.
Yeah. Robert Conrad died just about a year or so ago. Yeah. So Ian, do you think James will ever come back on YouTube?
No,
He's definitely not going to, huh? I'm sorry to hear that.
no idea. No, just a guess. I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah. Okay, just wondered.
He's in love.
He is. He's in love. That's for sure.
Again.
Well,
Oh, Ian, I liked your purging videos. I found those interesting.
Why? Why?
Well, I don't know, like getting rid of some of your collection, like saying, I'll never watch these movies, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get rid
This
of
is
them.
shit. This is shit. This
Yeah.
is shit. Hondo. Halloween is shit.
Oh.
So get rid of it.
What? You
I
got
think
rid of a
Dark-
Halloween?
I will do. I will do.
I think Dark Christmas had an influence. I don't know. I've heard that it had an influence on Halloween, like the starting had an influence on the starting of Halloween.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I've
well,
only
Black-
seen.
like it predated it by about 4 years.
I've
And
only
directed by
seen
Bob-
Halloween once. I'm sorry, Rick. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Black Christmas directed by Bob Clark, who did A Christmas Story and
Yeah, Porky's.
Porky's.
Yeah,
Great films, those. I love them.
Yeah.
The only film I got ID to go in was Forky's.
I have Porky's. I haven't watched it. I work at the library, so I think I got it for free, so I just picked it up. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. So
I saw it once on TV back on when I had cable. Never saw it since.
did you like it?
I remember laughing at it, yeah, but I guess I never wanted to pick up a copy or anything like that. So
I've never seen it. Never seen it.
I got it
never
for
seen
Christmas.
Porky.
I got the box set for Christmas maybe 10 years ago now on DVD.
How many Porkies are there?
There was 4, I think 3 or 4.
Really? I did not know that.
There's 3, and there was kind of a remake that never really got any type of release.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's 3. You have Forky's Revenge and then
Porky's 2 the next day.
yeah. Yeah, there's a midget that plays in that movie. He lived with me for a couple of weeks. His name was Pete Conrad. This is one of those stories I might make a video of. I mentioned him before. He was in the Fun House also.
Yeah.
He played a midget. He played at the very end of the Fun House, but in Porky's, he played the guy in the traveling, what do you call it, caravan, and he had the girls dancing. I think it was in Porky's the Next Day. He was in that one. He was a drunk. He he got kicked out of his place. He wound up staying with me for some reason. I didn't even really know him that well. He was a friend of a friend of a friend, and they asked, can I take him in? Me and my first wife, take him in, and he lived out of his car mainly, and it was all full of newspapers and junk in the back seat, in the front seat, in the back, and I had to sit in the back seat then one time because he had to go somewhere and he needed me to drive back, but he had a car that has, because he's a midget, so everything was special. Like the brake pedals and gas pedals were all different, especially made for him to. What a mess. Yeah, he wound up dying. I had looked him up because I had seen, wondered whatever happened to him, but he had passed away up in New Hampshire. I guess he made his way up there, but yeah, he was in Hot Stuff and Lenny, the movie Lenny. But I didn't believe him, and then we rented Funhouse, and there he was, and he was in the movie called what's that Donna Summer song? Hot Stuff. He was in a movie called Hot Stuff with Jerry Reed. So, anyways, that's my
What
portion.
what was his name again?
Conrad.
Okay.
Conrad with a K.
Is that when you were in New York?
No, I was living down in Fort Lauderdale at that time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, a friend of mine, they were drinking buddies, and he said, "Hey, can you take him? You and your wife take him in for a couple of days?" And then he and I said, "Yeah, we'll take him in for a weekend, whatever." He wound up being there for 2 weeks, and I wound up having to throw him out because he was drunk all the time. He'd left a mess in the house, and it's like I had enough, And we watched his movie. We rented his movies from Blockbuster, and like, oh, there I am. He had like little tiny parts. He was like in Smokey and the Bandit 3 also, but we had to get rid of him, because he was constantly sloshed.
I'll look for that name. Maybe I'll see him in something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Gee.
Definitely an interesting story. Harry and his midget movie star.
Yeah. He was bragging about it. And so we didn't believe him, just by the way he was talking. So we went and found the Fun House, rented that, and Lenny was on VHS at the time. This was in the early '90s, and there he was. He had just like little 1-minute scenes, but he was in the movie. And then we had in the same complex that I lived in, we had a hooker that lived next door to us, and she came knocking on our door. She says, "Guess what? I was on Cops." I said, "Oh, well, that's nice."
Okay.
Getting arrested?
Yeah, she got arrested in a sting operation.
Oh my God. How embarrassing.
Rosie the hooker. So
Oh boy.
she was proud of that. She said, "I'm going to be on TV."
I can't imagine anybody being proud of being on Cops, getting arrested and being put in
Yeah.
handcuffs. Yeah.
Glad I left Fort Lauderdale. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
I got the roosters and goats next door. So
Oh, you live way out in the sticks now, don't you?
yeah, I love it. Peace and quiet, except
I
for the
would too.
roosters.
That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
It is. It is nice. I don't have to worry about anything out here.
Yeah, it's quiet around here where I live, except the occasional gunshot.
I get that here because guy targets. I live with a bunch of rednecks, so so there's always somebody shooting their gun off. Target practicing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, around here, when I hear gunshots, it's not target practicing. It's the real thing, unfortunately. So.
Like, do you get a lot of snow?
Well,
Yeah.
we used to, haven't got any yet. It's up in the 50s right now. It's a very warm winter, but yeah, we generally get a lot of snow at least 2 or 3 times in a winter. But
yeah. I think it's in the 30s here today.
It's not going to be a white Christmas where I live.
No.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever had one.
Oh, we have had them.
I'm not gonna have a white Christmas. It's 73 degrees right now.
I think I could actually live in Florida during the winter, but I don't think I couldn't have a handle a summer in Florida. I'm not sure.
So I live
Oh,
in northern Florida,
yeah.
so it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the humidity in the summer here is not great, and I live in the third floor apartment, so the heat rises. So it's not great when it's hot here. I have an air conditioner, but it doesn't do the whole job. So I have a fan that runs, but I still get hot.
How about you, Ian? Are you having a white Christmas?
You must be joking. I've never
No.
seen snow at Christmas for 40 years.
Never have. No kidding. Okay.
No, it never snows.
Never snows where you live?
No, the closest I got to snow was frost this morning.
Wow. I would have thought Wales would have had just normal seasons like we do here. Surprise.
No, it rains when it should be sunny. It's sunny in the winter, and it pisses it down all the time.
No kidding. Okay.
No kidding.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
It's like the Irish weather.
It doesn't help because I live by the seaside, kind of like a coastal town. So
Okay.
you don't get snow.
I see. Just rain, rain, rain.
Go
huh?
inland, you get a shitload of snow in the middle of the country, but jack shit here.
I see.
I think I have a friend in the UK, and he says I don't think he sees a lot of snow either where he is.
You want snow? Go to Scotland.
Yeah. Or go North Ireland.
Oh no, not the Irish. Fucking hell.
Hey, Ian lives in East Dublin.
East Dublin. I didn't know there was an East Dublin.
Yeah, that's what they call Wales. East Ireland, actually.
Oh, okay. Careful there, bud.
We're all sheep shaggers.
Oh, now that's embarrassing. Sheep shagger.
I was gonna say that's the thing. Ian, I used to mess with Ian about because there's a lot of sheep in Wales. That's a joke, the running joke with me and him.
Heard it
Okay.
all before for many years.
Oh, I bet you got your gum boots on, right?
It's water off a sheep's back.
As you're wearing your wellies.
What's the name of the town you live in, Ian? If you don't mind my asking.
Okay. PRESTATYN. Press that in. Good luck
Okay.
with that.
I will look it up.
It's a seaside town, and everything's shut. And everything opens in the summer for 3 months, and it shuts down again for the rest of the year.
Probably got some great seafood. Out that way, I guess.
We've got a shit town with plenty of charity shops and about 5 hairdressers.
Ian did a tour of his the seaside one time, a video.
Wow.
I remember that.
Man, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I've known you a long time. Been following you
Wow.
for a long time.
Yeah, following me, creepy bastard.
Yeah. I love the Welsh.
Yes. I don't.
Yay, Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
Mike,
Yes.
how long have you been a Trekkie?
Oh, I was just going to bring up a Star Trek thing.
Yeah.
I became a Trekkie
Oh, please
in
don't.
in 2005. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't go into it.
I like Star Trek too. I've watched that several times. I know lines from it. Khan is a really good villain, I think. I've watched. I've watched it several times. I even sent it to my friend because he hadn't seen it. I don't think he's watched it yet, but my friend in the UK. So,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Yeah, I never watched Star Trek when it was first on TV. I wasn't interested. When it went into syndication, everybody watched it, and it was a lot of
Right.
fun. But I didn't get into it the way the Trekkies did, and that didn't happen until many years later. And I think that was because I bought the original series on DVD when they first came out in box sets, and I just watched them all from start to finish, and I really fell in love with it after that, and that made me want to start going to conventions. So,
and do you
sort of
watch everything else? The other TV shows, the movies, and the all the newer Star Trek movies that are like redone. How do you say it? They're not the old Star Trek movies. They're
the
the
reboots,
reboots. Yeah,
Yeah.
reboots. Yeah.
I've seen all three of the new reboots, and I have them all in my
They're
collection.
Horrible.
Yeah, I don't like them very much. The first one was okay because it had Leonard Nimoy in it,
Cash grab.
and it had a connection
Shit.
to the old stuff. But yeah, I don't really care about them, and I don't watch the new TV shows. I watched the first episode of Discovery because it was on television, and it didn't inspire me to keep watching it, so I haven't seen it any more of them.
It's shit. Discovery's dog shit.
How many of them have you seen?
Too many.
Yeah.
What do you all disappearing in the fucking universe, going over there?
Yeah, it doesn't turn me on very much.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
I watched
What
the
does turn you
original
on?
series. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I watched the original series when I was in elementary school. Then I'm not really a Trekkie, but and then I watched the Next Generation when I was in high school a little bit. But Star Trek 2 is the thing I like with Star Trek.
Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I saw the director at the Jacob Burns Film Center. So
The director.
of the Star Trek 2.
Oh, who was it? I can't remember.
Nicholas Meyer.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
and the most asked question he gets is about Ricardo Montalban. They say, is that really his chest? So
Was it really
it
his
is,
chest?
yeah.
No kidding.
So maybe he worked out before he started, before he was in the movie.
I would say he did.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
looked like a bodybuilder to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Huh.
He looked like he took care of himself all those years anyway. So
It's a good actor.
yeah,
Cool actor.
I like Star Trek 4. That's my favorite. The Voyage Home.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too. I like that. I
With
think my
the
number one.
whales.
Yeah, my number one would
Yeah.
have to be oh, I just forgot.
Looks like we lost Ian.
Yeah, he has
sorry.
he has a weak connection.
I just forgot the name of my favorite Star Trek movie. The one where they met the Borg, the Next Generation cast. What is that one called?
Generations.
First Contact. First Contact. Oh yeah, I like that one. That's a good movie. It's my favorite.
That was a good one.
But I watched one episode, maybe one or two of Picard, and I just didn't get into it very much. So
There's a few moments are okay. I did watch all of that one. Now there's a new series coming. It's going to focus on Pike and those years of the Enterprise, and that sounds kind of interesting to me.
okay.
Pike was the guy in the very first pilot episode, right before Kirk was
Yep.
introduced.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Hunter.
Yeah. I like Star Trek, but I'm a bigger Star Wars fan. I haven't seen any of the spinoff from any of the Star Trek. I like the original. Stick to that.
The only two Star Wars I've missed are Solo and the very last Star Wars.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, I admit I didn't. I didn't see either of those. Well, Ron Howard to me is a mediocre director, in my opinion, is a
Yeah.
mediocre director. Maybe I've said that in you know, on Film Appreciation Group or YouTube video comments.
You have.
Yeah, but I mean, I like Cocoon, Cinderella Man, but like Apollo 13, I can't stand. Like Kathleen Quinlan saying to her character's mother, "This is Buzz Aldrin sitting next to you on the couch." You know, it's just so self-aware of itself. Like it just,
Yeah.
I never saw Apollo 13. Never
yeah.
saw it.
You were
I
around when it
haven't.
happened, though.
Yeah, you know, all those great space flights were happening when I was growing up, and I just I don't know. I guess I just wasn't really that into it. I remember once when I was in grade school, we didn't have any television in the school, so we all went over to somebody's house and watched one of the space flights. Can't remember now which one it was, but I just wasn't that excited about it for some reason. Isn't that funny?
Wow. You were probably into other things at the time.
Just reading comic books. I was into fictional space, you know, outer space and comic books, stuff like that. But what the real thing didn't excite me. Isn't that weird? Even when they landed on the moon, it just didn't seem that exciting to me.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Mike, how did you get into Barbara Steele?
Oh,
That's a trick. That's a trick question.
No, it all started when I was back in 1961 when my sister went to see Black Sunday, and I was too young to go, and she came back terrified, shaking, and standing in the kitchen telling my mother all about this movie from the start to the finish, and about this weird lady with the black hair. That's the first time that I ever realized. I mean, I listened to her talking about this movie, and it so intrigued me that when I started seeing things in monster magazines about her and Black Sunday, I just started developing an interest. I didn't see her until 1964 in Castle of Blood. It's just something I don't know why. I have no idea why.
And you physically met her twice.
I did meet her twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a nice
Because
lady.
I think the only thing I've seen her in, I think, is Fellini's 8.5, because
Right.
she's in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Good
Yeah.
movie.
Guys,
Yeah.
I hate to do it, but I got to bow out. I got to go do something with my daughter here. So
Okay.
great
I
talking.
probably should go too.
All right.
Okay.
This is great, guys.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. So next month we're gonna have some laughs, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do comedies, and like I said, let's just do around the same. We'll do the same time frame, about 2:00 or 3:00 Eastern, 2:00 Central. And
Is that good? Is that good for you, Ian? Is that a good time for you?
whatever. I'm not bothered.
Okay. All right.
I'm easy.
Easy. Ian's easy. All right. Hey, listen, you guys
Whose
have a
pick
great
whose
Christmas.
whose pick is it? January.
Mike's gonna run this one.
Hmm,
Okay.
No.
Now,
Oh,
come on.
Well, at the time that we were the only three that were here, so we kind of had, that's how it worked out. So
Oh, crikey.
Don't worry, Ian. You'll love it, Ian. I promise
I
you.
can't wait.
It'll be Betty
Okay.
Davis,
wait.
Barbara Steele, or Frankie
No.
Avalon.
Barbara, she wasn't known for comedy, so I don't think that she's not going to be in there. Don't worry. It'll be great. You'll love it. Merry Christmas, everybody.
okay.
Merry
Happy holidays.
Christmas.
Take care.
Take care now.
Okay.
Nadolig, Llawen. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna
Trying to figure that out here.